Mark lived with his mom, Carol, in the house he grew up in. She always took good care of him, doing his laundry, cooking his meals, and making sure the house was clean. Then, Mark met and fell in love with Sarah. They got married, and Sarah moved in. At first, things were okay. But soon, Carol and Sarah started clashing. Carol felt like Sarah wasn't doing enough around the house, and Sarah felt like Carol was always criticizing her. A real tension started to build. One evening, Mark came home from a long day at work, exhausted. "Honey," he said to Sarah, "can you get me some water? I need to wash up." Sarah didn't answer. He tried again. "Sarah, I'm starving. Is dinner ready?" Still nothing. And? Frustrated, Mark asked, "What's wrong? Why aren't you answering me?" Sarah burst into tears. "It's your mother. Kai Wei and sure tell wait sen shout. She's always on my case. She's constantly picking on me, saying I don't do enough and complaining about everything. I can't live like this anymore." Mark sighed. He loved Sarah, and seeing her upset hurt him. "Please, Sarah, can't you try to get along with her? She's getting older. She won't be around forever." "Dinner? I to miss tears, ain't han to what a." "There is no dinner," Sarah said, exasperated. "I can't cook when she's constantly hovering, telling me what to do and how I'm doing it wrong. It's impossible." Mark felt stuck. "But what can I do? She's my mom. This is her home, too. I can't just kick her out." "Then you have to choose," Sarah said, her voice firm. "It's me or her. You can't have both." That night, Mark went to bed, hungry, his mind racing. "How can I choose between my wife and my mother? He thought my mom loves me. She raised me. But I love Sarah too, and I can't imagine life without her." The next morning, Sarah confronted him again. "So, have you decided? Is it your mother, or is it me? I want both of you." Mark pleaded. "That's not an option," Sarah replied coldly. "Your mother is old, and she doesn't have too many years left. Me and you are young, and have a whole future in front of us." Mark was stunned. "What? How can I kill my mother?" He went to work, but he couldn't concentrate. All day, he wrestled with the impossible choice. He went home. "So," said Sarah, "have you chosen?" "Yes," answered her husband. "I have chosen you. Now, bring me water. I'm tired. I want to wash myself." His wife ran to fetch the water. She came back quickly. "Now," said the man, "bring me my dinner. I'm hungry. I'm conned." "Yes," said his wife. "I have cooked all your favorite dishes." The next day, Mark woke his mother early. "Mom, I thought we could take a drive up to the mountains. It's nice and cool up there, and the views are incredible." Carol looked surprised. "I'm getting old, Mark. I can't really hike anymore." "I'll help you, Mom. Pend, sand to eyes, tears, water tall. We can take it slow." He helped her into the car, and they drove towards the mountains. At first, Carol enjoyed the scenery. "It's been so long since I've been up here," she said. "It's good to see these old places again." Mark didn't say anything. Soon, Carol stopped talking. The road was winding and steep, and Mark was driving further and further up. Eventually they reached a scenic overlook, with a breathtaking view of the valley below. "My son," said the old woman quietly, "I know what you want to do. I understand everything. You need to keep me from getting hurt though. Throw me over the cliff, but don't fall over yourself." The man looked at her. He was very surprised. "Mother," he said, "you know what I want to do? You understand everything, but you still love me? You're still worried about me, and you don't want me to die." She smiled sadly at him. "My dear," she said, "only a mother knows love. One day you'll have a child of your own. Then you'll understand. Then you'll really love another person." Mark stopped the car and sat there with his mother. He put his head in his hands and began to think. "Does Sarah love me this much?" he thought. "How good my mother is. How kind she is." Then he thought about Sarah. "She's a wicked woman," he thought. "I loved her once, but I don't love her now. I have chosen. I will keep my mother and send my wife away." So the man drove his mother down from the mountain and took her home. He kicked his wife away and lived happily with his mother for many years. I hope you enjoyed that version. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments. I tried to keep the core meaning of the original while making it more relatable and avoiding potential sensitivities for a modern American audience.